Hello, my name is Becca, and I'm with the Californians for SSI and also with the Western Center on Law and Poverty. Californians for SSI is a statewide coalition of organizations and individuals across the aging, disability rights, housing and homeless, anti-hunger, and anti-poverty sectors. We advocate to provide sufficient funding to California's 1 million SSI seniors and people living with disabilities so they can reach economic self-sufficiency, rise above the poverty level, and live with dignity. SSI and SSP, the California state supplement to SSI, is a life-saving cash benefit for over 1 million low-income older adults and individuals with disabilities, including children with disabilities. State leaders must remain committed to protecting and finding opportunities to strengthen SSI, SSP grant levels, especially as many programs SSI recipients rely on are under federal attack. To start, state leaders can ensure that the SSI SSP grants regain the purchasing power they have lost over years by restoring the yearly cost of living allowance. While rising prices on basic needs affect they have the hardest impact on people with low incomes like SSI, older adults, and individuals with disabilities. Low income individuals across the state are rent burdened, and 1 in 5 Californians struggle with food insecurity. Rents continue to rise faster than the SSI SSP grant levels. Today, the fair market rent for a studio apartment is more than half of the SSI individual grant in all 58 counties in California, and that rent is higher than the entire grant in 28 counties. Having an automatic cost of living increase on the state portion of the SSI SSP grant to match the automatic cost of living increase that exists for the federal portion of the grant will ensure that the grants can keep up with inflation and other unexpected cost pressures.
Hi, I'm Trin with Justice and Aging. We also need to raise the SSI SSP grants up to at least the poverty level where they were before the recession. This will help SSI older adults and individuals with disabilities to afford rent and food at today's prices and thus reduce senior homelessness and hunger. The recent SSP grant increases were critically important for us to come back from the deep cuts made to the state portion of the grant in 2009 and 2011 during the Great Recession. However, those recent increases lifted the real value of the grants to only a little above where they were after the drastic recession-era cuts, when the individual grant dropped down to 91.5% of the poverty level. Today, the individual grant is at 92.5% of the poverty level. Basically, the grants lost a lot of value to the inflation that happened in those intervening years with no COLAs and no grant increases. Rents are high in local communities. Currently, 60% of SSI SSP recipients live in the 14 California counties with the highest fair market rent. Increasing the grants will increase affordability, giving more people the income they need to pay for housing. Raising the SSI SSP grants to at least the federal poverty level, where they were before the recession, will help people to sustain their lives. It will also provide more economic stimulus in local communities, which is where low-income older adults and individuals with disabilities spend their money.
Hello, my name is Gabby with the California Association of Food Banks. The Californians for SSI Coalition is also asking to reinstate a program to support SSI and SSP recipients when emergencies arise. As we recently saw with the wildfires in Los Angeles, emergencies can happen to anyone at any time. However, unlike many, it is nearly impossible for folks on SSI to save for emergencies due to the low grant levels, making it difficult to meet day-to-day needs, let alone save for the future, especially with high rent around California, and due to the asset limit of $2,000 for an individual or $3,000 for a couple. This means that when an older adult or person with a disability has to move at no fault of their own, or has a broken refrigerator or other emergency, they may be out of luck. Reinstating this emergency grant program that existed over 20 years ago and that is still in statute would provide a lump sum of funds to an SSI in-home support service or cash assistance program for immigrants recipient facing an emergency. People could use the funds for a variety of reasons, including possibly for moving costs to help prevent homelessness, to maintain heating or cooling systems or generators to mitigate the impact of climate change, and to maintain safe and operating stoves and refrigerators to allow SSI recipients to prepare their own food, keep medication cool, save money, and maximize CalFresh dollars. Taking these actions would mean that more low-income older adults and people with disabilities could have safe, habitable housing and have the food that they need. Let's do what it takes to ensure that people can live their lives with dignity, peace of mind, and economic security.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ligia Montano, and with the California for SSI Coalition, and also with Senior and Disability Action in San Francisco. I'm here because, as my colleagues mentioned, SSI recipients need to have more support from our government. And one of the impactful ways in which we can have more for our recipients, SSI recipients in California, is if they approve the special circumstances program, which can help a lot of people, including one of our members who had back surgery. This person, unfortunately, doesn't have enough money to afford to buy a mattress. And so she is still using a really old mattress where you can feel all the springs. And you know, I just can't believe that in California, people have to struggle to be able to have the most basic needs, you know, and having a good mattress for someone that has back problems, anyone, but someone that has back problems is very important. And so please, please consider to approve this program that will help thousands of people that are in great needs right now. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Robert. I live in Sacramento, California, and I'm part of the SSI, CA for SSI Coalition, and a part member of Dogfight with Disability Rights Group here in Sacramento. Here in Sacramento, we're one of 28 counties where rent is higher than SSI/SSP COLA amount. So people are struggling to pay the rent, utilities, food going up, and a lot of people are becoming homeless. We need help now. You're going to see a lot more people becoming homeless here in Sacramento and the rest of California. Thank you.